Most of the challenges we face in Africa, in Nigeria, the other parts of the world, the developed part of the world, they also face some of these challenges. There's
Yeah.
security issues everywhere, not just peculiar to Africa or Nigeria alone. When you get to the UK or US, you have to work to earn your money. And sometimes part of the things that people in Nigeria don't get to see is the fact that people work their eyes out, they work their hearts out to even save up in the US or UK. Compared to Nigeria, where you have your regular 9 to 5, people don't even have their sleeping hours there.
When we go over there, we respect those laws. In Nigeria, we don't. We don't do all those things. We behave differently. When you get over there, that freedom is not there anymore. Everything is dictated by rules, by regulations. So you get there, you find you may feel that you're a bit constrained. Maybe that's at the beginning because you need to adapt. You see the amount of unemployment in those countries, the amount of depression, the amount of suicides based on the fact that there's no hope, nothing. People are sleeping in cars. In Nigeria, you can call somebody and say, oh, please, I need 10K. Over there, it's not possible. They won't give you a dime.
Every African family knows their story. A suitcase by the door, a long hug at the airport, a promise whispered softly, I'll be back soon. Migration is not just movement. It is hope wrapped in uncertainty. It is the belief that somewhere, somehow, opportunity is waiting. For many, it means better jobs, stronger currencies, safer streets, and bigger dreams. For those who stay behind, it means sacrifice and the sound of a phone call replacing a family voice at the dinner table. But then, money travels back. Remittances build homes. They pay school fees, start businesses. And in many ways, migration fits the very communities it leaves behind. Still, the question lingers. Must opportunity always be found somewhere else? Or can it be built here? So today, we are not judging the journey. We are trying to understand it. The push, the pull, the pressure, and the promise. This is about migration. This is about money. And this is about opportunity and what it truly means to chase a better life as an African. Once again, I am Omevi Idolor, and you're welcome to the other segment of Just Africa. And again, it is important we let you know that today also marks the International Day for the Prevention of Violent Extremism and when conducive to terrorism, a global observance recognizing that instability, marginalization, and lack of opportunity can create fertile ground for harmful ideologies. So our conversation today is going to be about migration, about smart, about planned migration, and deep youth engagement at home. They are not just about opportunity and leadership. They directly speak to how young Africans can be empowered as agents of change, rejecting narrative of exclusion and building resilient communities where everyone belongs. So you and I are needed to put our hands together and fight for just one common cause. Today we are featuring two beautiful guests, actually. I have a live guest with me in the studio and a Zoom guest. Yeah, okay, so I'll start with the one I have with me in the studio. I have Emmanuel Olise. He is a human resource professional, and of course, he's here to give you some beautiful tips why people migrate to the other parts of the world. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel. Welcome to the show.
Hi, maybe thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, and my second guest, Mr. Tintin, who is popularly known, let me use the word, popularly known as Tintin. He is a communication expert and he is standing by via Zoom. Hello, Tintin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, crystal clear.
Great.
Welcome to the show.
I'm actually popularly known, but it's Tintin is my nickname since childbirth, and I always like to explain this. My name is Augustine, but Tintin is like when I was born, they were calling me Tintin. So it has become my name even in the professional world.
Okay. Oh, so they took the August away and they left the 10. That's beautiful. So, welcome to the show once again. So,
Thank you.
I'll start with you, Mr. Emmanuel. You know, people want to travel across. People want to migrate. Africans, and not just Africans, many people just want to migrate. But what is that particular reason you think that makes people want to migrate?
All right. For starters, there are a lot of people that want to migrate. Different people have their different reasons for wanting to
Exactly.
migrate. But what I think is the cause of the matter, the basis why people want to migrate, first and foremost, is money. Yes. Anyhow you look at it, money has to come to play there. Other people also see it as an opportunity for them to explore the world.
Yeah.
They see it they want a situation where there's a stable economy, there is security to a large extent.
Yeah,
There's security, job security, and security of lives and property and all of that. So these are some of the reasons why a lot of people want to japa.
Don't you think it's just the trend? Because my neighbor is doing it, so let me still go as well.
Of course, that also has it's also part of it. The trend. Everybody wants to go because people are leaving the shores of the country and people think that, oh, things are not working here, things are working there. Then, well, that's topic for another day. When you get there, you find that if it's actually working or not.
That is another
But money
big question.
also has a role to play.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live large.
Everybody wants to live large. Okay, so Mr. Tintin, let me call you just as your friends have been calling you. Would you say migration is a yardstick for success? When you migrate, you are just sure that, yes, I'm going to be successful over there.
Absolutely not. It's not.
Okay.
Success, your territorial base doesn't determine your success. You understand? Your success is determined by, one, your passion for what you believe in, your attitude, and consistency. And that can happen anywhere. I'm a recipient of migration the other way around. I grew up in Europe. I left Nigeria when I was a year and a half. My parents moved over to Europe, and we, successful father, thank God for that. He took all his 5 children, and we all lived in Europe for 33 years. And yes, I was doing pretty good in Europe, education-wise and professionally. But it's when I came back to Nigeria that, like my mom said, when you come back home, your eyes will open. And success and the milestones that I achieved in Nigeria, I could never achieve in Europe or in America. And I've traveled to 36 countries in my life, and I've seen it. But I always say that, look, home is home. We have a lot of problems, and I don't stop anybody from wanting to go because I lived abroad. I know how it is. But it was then. Nowadays, things are different.
Yes, Mr. Emmanuel in the studio with me made mention of something that is very important. People just think when you get there, it's going to be rosy. Now, what are some of the misconceptions people have? And, well, maybe that is your drive. Some of the misconceptions about abroad.
You get to another country, it's not your country. Culturally, it's different. The cultural nuances that we're used to growing up with, and they don't have over there. The rules and laws are totally different. So it's funny because you get to a country like, you see Nigerians, let's just say England, for example, where they like to queue up for everything. They like to say thank you for everything. You're in your queue properly. When we go over there, we respect those laws. In Nigeria, we don't. We don't do all those things. We behave differently. We have a type of freedom over there. When you get over there, that freedom is not there anymore. Everything is is dictated by rules. A regulation. So you get there, you may feel that you're a bit constrained. Maybe that's at the beginning because you need to adapt.
I was already mentioning some of the misconceptions. When people are living here, they feel, once I get there like this, I'll be picking money on the streets. So what are some of the misconceptions? And how do we even encourage our people or tell our people that it is not as it is, or it is not as you think? How do we correct some of these misconceptions? First of all, what are they and how do we correct them?
All right, some of the misconception is the fact that money grows on trees there. When you get to the UK, US, or Canada, or other parts of the world, you just start making billions overnight. And for some, they think there's a lot of security measures in place there, and so their lives and properties are safe, and so many other reasons. But the truth of the matter is, most of the challenges we face in Africa, in Nigeria, the other parts of the world, the developed part of the world, they also face some of these challenges. There's security issues everywhere, not just peculiar to Africa or Nigeria alone. There's when you get to the UK or US, you have to work to earn your money, and sometimes part of the things that people don't get to see, people in Nigeria don't get to see, is the fact that people work their eyes out, they work their hearts out to even save up in the US or UK. Compared to Nigeria, where you have your regular 9 to 5, people don't even have their sleeping hours there. So that's part of the challenge.
Like you said, people have to work their eyes out. People have to deny themselves sleep.
There's unemployment there.
There's unemployment there.
Tax
are there. Taxes are there. But you need to send money home.
Yeah, of course.
And they believe that, yes, the currencies are higher. Don't you think the money is important for...
Of course, it's important.
Hey, so good. Don't you think you will need to encourage people to go, to migrate?
If everybody leaves, what happens to the country?
Everybody can leave.
Well, it has its positive side and its negative side. The positive side is people send back money to develop the country. But the negative side is our talents are growing. Innovation, creativity. We are selling our talents to other countries. They are transporting them to other countries, and our country is not improving. Our economy is not improving because the people who are supposed to build it are all out there making money and of course sending back.
And sending back. I like that. That's the part that I like. You talked about brain drain now. All our good hands, good brains are going there. But can't we turn that brain drain to brain gain in terms of jobs, learn the skills, and maybe come back home? Don't you think it is possible?
Of course it is.
How do we achieve that?
It goes a long way to show that things have really, really gone wrong. If we do not address the situation, things will continue to go from bad to worse. I think it has a lot to do with policy. If the right policies are in place to ensure that our professionals are well catered for, well taken care of, nobody would want to leave. If what you are earning here compared to what your other professionals in other parts of the world are earning, if there isn't much difference, of course nobody would want to leave, because Africa, Nigeria we are blessed with an amazing weather, food, and a lot of things we are blessed with. But people leave because they want to make more money, because they want to add to their body of knowledge. And some, at the end of the day, they fall in love with whatever country it is they have moved to, and coming back home becomes a mirage to them. So if the right policies are in place and these people their needs are met, they are not being selfish here. People who are not educated are getting a lot of money from maybe social media creation and some other stuff, but people who are professionals who should be earning fat salary are being denied. Of course, if that is in place, if the right policies are in place, of course, people would not want to leave.
Yes, I like that point. People wouldn't want to leave if things are in place. Do you agree with that, Mr. Tintin? Converting brain drain to brain gain.
Absolutely. I'm in favor of that. I'm aligned totally with him. It's very important that he said what he said, because, I believe that Nigeria is one of the most beautiful countries globally. We eat organic food. We're not into all those nonsense things that they eat over there, processed foods and everything. And that's the world is waking up now to know that, to see that, Africa has everything. We're blessed with weather. Fela used to say it. We have sun, we have water, plenty of water. It's just amazing. And since I got back to Nigeria 21 years ago, I may say, I can't remember the last time I wore a suit. You understand? So So even when I see people wearing suits, I think, why would they wear suits? We're in Africa, we're in Nigeria. Let's wear our own stuff. Let's wear our own traditional stuff. Let's look the part if you want to. But hey, let's patronize our thing. This is where we live. This is our weather. This is our food. Let's eat it. Let's build it. Let's push it. And we are doing it. Thankfully, communication is huge, as you know. And the message is getting out there. If government and private sector do the right thing, then this country will really be the place to come to, because we see that there's a lot of people coming back to Nigeria. The ones who went to Jackpot, they're coming back.
Yes.
Because what they met over there wasn't easy.
Yeah, I love the fact that both of you are on one path. You're saying the same thing, and which means that we have like minds in the studio. But you, at the beginning, you were talking about opportunities, and Mr. Emmanuel here also made mention of that. People leave because of opportunities over there. First, is it that we don't have those opportunities here in Nigeria or in Africa, or must opportunities be geographical? Should we say they are geographical, Mr. Tintin?
Beautiful question. Now, let me answer that. If you go to LinkedIn and look for jobs, you will see the amount of jobs that there are in Nigeria, whether it is in the tech space, in agriculture, in manufacturing, in administrative roles. There are plenty of jobs, plenty. The thing is that, I don't believe that opportunities are geographical. Those countries in the West have an advantage over us to the fact that they were in advanced industrial societies. They progressed earlier than us. So we are developing countries. And it is the developing countries that have more opportunities than the advanced industrial societies that are now stagnant and saturated with job opportunities. If you see the amount of unemployment that is in those countries, the amount of depression, the amount of suicides based on the fact that there's no hope, nothing. People are sleeping in cars. In Nigeria, somebody can wake and you can call somebody and say, oh, please, I need 10K. Over there, it's not possible.
Yeah.
They won't give you a dime. Do you understand? So I don't believe that there are no opportunities in Nigeria. I see it every day. And the beautiful thing about Nigeria is that we can come into our own. In Nigeria, most people finish school and they set up their own business. Over there, you finish school and you work for somebody and you're dependent on a credit system and you are stuck and tied to them for life. Here we do everything cash. We buy our car, cash. We buy our houses, cash. We earn our money. We struggle and we hustle for our money. The opportunities are here. The white man knows it.
Mr. Tintin, some persons feel that buying things, everything in cash, that is not a wise thing to do, which means you are pushing the citizens or pushing them to a very tight corner. Do you agree with that?
I disagree because I come from a credit system. I lived in a credit system for many years, and I was the prisoner of always paying my credit amount every month, my salary and everything. Here, I don't have anything. I can go to sleep and wake up in the morning. If I owe because I owe the amount that I borrowed. Full stop. You understand? So and you see, the West knows this. That is why they keep a hand tight. They strangle Africa because they know that the real freedom is here. Meet the expatriates that come and work in this country. When their term or their jobs finish, most of them want to stay in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel, he just talked about the beautiful opportunities we have here. You are into the HR work in Nigeria. Do you think that we have the opportunities that these people are going out there to look for? Do you think we have it here and they are employable and they are not getting the jobs?
Opportunities abound everywhere.
Okay.
In Africa, beyond Africa. So the thing is, getting the job here is a little bit more difficult because of what we call the employment, the experience paradox. Where
Okay.
people will say you must get this experience before you get the job, and that is limiting a lot of things. So because of that, a lot of people who are qualified to get these jobs are not getting the job. A lot of professionals are denied the job because they do not have the experience or they do not have all the whatever it is that's been listed.
But what about the aspect of allow me to use our Nigerian language, man o man.
That is one of the things that works.
Okay, so someone feels that because I do not know someone, I do not have someone who would refer me, I cannot have a job. Is it really supposed to be like that?
It's not supposed to be like that, unfortunately. But that's the sad reality.
Mr.
Things are changing.
Things are changing.
Things are changing.
Okay, when you say things are changing, how do you mean?
A lot of organizations know better now. A lot of HR professionals, they know better.
Okay.
People are no longer looking at 10, 20 years experience. They are looking at the character. They are looking at what you know beyond the experience, beyond your CV, what you can bring to the table.
That's
That doesn't
beautiful.
necessarily have to do with 10 years or 20 years experience.
Oh, so long you are the HR feels you are capable,
Yes,
you have the
yes.
opportunity.
Skills can be trained. You can be trained to do whatever, but the character is what is inbuilt.
I think that's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Tede, are you there?
I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you crystal clear. So, for those who stay behind, parents, siblings, spouses, what is the silent cost? Because you have gone and you're back home. What's the silent cost of migration that we don't talk about enough?
Okay, so the thing is this. Let me tell you one thing. When I was abroad and I will come back home on holiday and I'll see my mates in Nigeria, they had built their houses, they had bought their car. In fact, they will send me, which car do you want for me to come and pick you up at the airport? Driver day, house help day. And I'm not saying it's the majority, but it's the people who are in my social strata, which is okay. Fine. And that gave me the impetus, the drive to try and make it fast because I had to catch up. Nigeria was now not playing we're behind or we're ahead. Even in the music business, you see artists, they own everything that they have. In America, in England, everything is borrowed to them, it's lent to them. You know, you don't have your car, the label gives you the car to use and all these things. Now, for people who stay behind and think, okay, I want to try and go to America, I want to try and go to Canada, it's okay. And I keep on telling people, you need to have your own experience. Everything is personal in life. You learn from your own experiences, okay? But the cost of today, rather than compared to 20 years ago, it's very high. If you don't have savings up to about $50,000, apart from all your rent that you're going to pay, rent is monthly or it's not yearly.
Yeah.
You understand? You're paying, so you're paying $2,500 a month. Translate that into Naira, that's about almost 3.8 million or something, which we can pay yearly in Nigeria. So you're paying that every month. It's very high. The cost of living is very high. You pay for your taxes, there's no compromise. So you have to pay tax on water, tax on electricity, tax on what they call poll tax, just even for breathing, you have to pay tax. So it's very high. What I suggest to people now is that, look, let's look at Africa. If relocation is what is really biting you, because a lot of people, I just want to get out. Okay, you ask them, why do you want to get out?
Yeah.
Mr. Manuel said there were opportunities. You said that, job experience and everything. It's not like that. If you're looking for a job, you have to look for a job within your category. Of course, if you want to go and do a managing director job, you need to have had 10 years experience, management. So not everybody can just jump, So that's the problem we have. We want to learn how to run before learning how to walk in Nigeria. We have to go through the processes step by step. Go to Africa, go to Ghana, go to Ivory Coast, go to Gambia. There are opportunities, but do things within your means. Or start to try and create your own ecosystem in Nigeria. Get together with like minds, build your alcove. Like people are doing it. People are building estates with their own power solutions. Unfortunately, that's the world. And it's happening abroad, though. They're having issues. In parts of America, there are light cuts right now. In LA, I speak to one of my best friends in LA. The power cuts. The only difference is that they will tell you. They will send you an email and tell you power cut today is between 6 and 9. So you know that you can prepare yourself. So it's different.
Yeah.
So there's, in my opinion, look, by all means travel, by all means go and see the world, by all means try and do something. But the real opportunity, the real gold is in Africa.
Africa.
Something happens, if something happens in Europe or America, for example, now all these wars happening, all this conflict, the safest place is sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah.
So people have to start thinking before they move.
Before it's okay, all right, thank you very much, Mr. Tite. So for your final word for the youth, the younger ones, or anybody who wants to travel. I know you said that they can travel to anywhere and have their experience, but if they stay back, do you think Africa will develop? Your final thoughts?
Absolutely, because the percentage of people that travel out maybe is 1%. So the rest are here. The majority are here. The development in real estate is going on, regardless of who is jackbuying or not jackbuying. In the banking sector, look at in the fintech space. I mean, if I didn't come back to Nigeria, I couldn't become the Meta MD for Nigeria 2 years ago if I were in America. But I did because I was in Nigeria, because Nigeria needed somebody like me that could harness the cultural nuances and put those things into the business for the business to scale and to prosper. You understand? So we have to also look at these things. How are we positioning ourselves to make Nigeria a better place? If government is not moving ahead, forget it. I lived in Italy for over 30 years, right? When Italy has had so many government failures that the government has collapsed many times, but the country still keeps going without a government. Can you imagine? So imagine here, there's no prime minister or there's no president for 2-3 months. The country is going ahead. Do you know why the country is going ahead? Because the people believe that we can go ahead without the government. And we are putting things in place. Our tourism, we're going to make it work. Nigeria, we could make tourism work if we wanted to. If we all get together and have the alignment of minds, it's because we don't want to. This one wants to eat over that other one. This one wants to rule. This one is the boss. That one is not the boss. So that is our problem. We still need time to organize. We need time to organize. It's going to take some time, but the future is here. This country is going to be one of the top 3 or 4 economies globally.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tete, for coming on the show. Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel, your final thoughts on people trying to travel. I know you will discourage it. You will encourage people to stay back, but what do you have to tell them? Even if they will still want to go, just as Mr. Tete said, just go and have the experience. But what do you have to tell people?
I think I'll go with Mr. Tinte.
Okay.
Go and have the experience and come and develop your country. And I think that people should look beyond seeing migration myopically, like it's just people's way of just leaving the country and that's it. Migration is not just about that. Migration, if there are systems in place, we can leverage on that and achieve a whole lot, even in the African continent. People who are living can mentor those who are here, who have professionals there, who can mentor virtual mentorship, internet, bridges the gap and a whole lot of things. So migration will always continue because it's people's rational way of responding to structural realities or sad realities. But the thing is, even if you have to go, come back and develop the country. And even if you do not want to come back, because some people would go and not want to come back, one way or the other, the internet can bridge the gap. Make sure that you are contributing your quota towards developing your whole country.
That's a beautiful one. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel, for coming on the show within the short notice. And it has been a very good and brilliant conversation with you. And a very big thank you to you, Mr. Tete. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And Mr. Tete, today is not going to be the last because I will ensure you come back on the show. I personally will ensure that one.
I'm here. When you like.
All right. Thank you so much.